Hello, everyone. It is Pat Rainville, angel therapy practitioner with the Angel Divination Channel, with an oracle card reading and message for Sunday, the 28th of October, 2012. So for today's reading, I'm going to be calling upon the fairies, since I didn't get to them yesterday for a Saturday reading. And also, felt guided to the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck for today. So let's see. And actually, I did do a preliminary shuffle of the fairy cards as I was waiting for my webcam to turn on to see what message they would give us for today, what we needed to know for the YouTube community. And the card that flipped out of the deck, and in some ways this is not a big surprise, but it's environmental awareness. And I guess I wasn't surprised by this card when it came out, given that we have had a very large earthquake up in the Canada area that has set off several, significant aftershocks and a very small tidal wave warning. So in this image, we have the fairy with a hawk, and the hawk is always, as I understand from some of the animal medicine cards, the hawk is the messenger, and it's, a heads up to be aware of what's going on around you, or beware, as in like beware, a warning kind of thing. And so I am quite sure, the fairies are bringing our attention to these environmental changes that are going on, because right now not only do we have that, but we have here on the East Coast, this storm, the Hurricane Sandy, barreling up, not barreling up, but steadily moving up the East Coast. And it's kind of an unusual storm in the sense that it is a combination of hurricane that's going to be combined with some nor'easter winter storms, and it has the potential to create a lot of damage. So the fairies here are bringing our attention that in this time of we're coming into an intensity of earth changes, and we really do need to be prepared. Now, whether I know for myself in the past, sometimes the warnings that we see on the news can, sometimes they just seem to hype things up a lot more, and sometimes more than they really need to. But in this instance, it's clear, at least from as I look at this message from the fairies, that this is a wake up, that one way or another, whether you're in an area immediately affected by this or not, we're in a time now where we really do need to be have preparations in place, either to have a go bag ready to pack up and go, or to have additional supplies on hand, fresh water, cash, gas in the car, non-perishable items, and to be prepared in the event that we lose power for extended periods of time, or and potentially even cell phones and things like that going down. I know Doreen Virtue, who's the maker of these cards, I listened to one of her appearances on the Aware Show, and she said the angels told her we will, encounter a time where all of our electronic devices, the computers, the cell phones, even the landlines, telephones, things like that will go down. And so we need to just have in place the things that will carry us through that time. So this isn't meant to scare anybody, but I do feel like, the fairies, especially this particular card with the hawk on it, the hawk is always a messenger in some way, and they're letting you know to be prepared, I feel. And, she's got a very keen eye there, that she's looking out contemplatively, like at what's what's going on. And she has a bit of a serious, look to her, as in, yeah, it's time to do this. So maybe you already have those preparations in place. And if you do, great. You're good to go. But if not, it's time to be to think about that. What's your plan? What's your family's plan? And as Doreen had also mentioned, it's for those of us who are very intuitive, practice sending mental messages. When you are out of communication by electronic means, we have within us the ability to telepathically communicate. And it's as simple as, concentrating on someone and sending them a mental message, have a mental conversation with them. You can reach out to your loved ones. We are all connected by spirit. Okay? So now let's see what the saints and angels' messages for us today. What do they wish us to know right now? Okay. So one of the cards that's flipped out is Mother, and it's Mother Mary. And I do feel her presence very strongly right now. I know it seems a little bit of a shift here. And she's surrounded, of course, by the children. And in this instance, she's got an infant, and she is, comforting. She has a look of comfort on her face, and it's going out to our children. We're going to need to extend that hand to them, because at times like this, like I said, even if you're not in an area that's immediately affected by it, children are such sponges, and they really do absorb the energies of what's going on in the adults around them and in their world. They can't always identify it as that. They can't always name it as that. And even sometimes us as adults, we can't either. We don't always understand why we're feeling, nervous or afraid when there isn't anything in our life specifically to alert that. And it's because a lot of times we're picking up on, we're sensing the collective energies of people in areas where there is fear or tension or something going on. And but children especially have it. So, lend really a comforting hand to your children as they, you may find that they, without any, reason they can name, but they really just want to be with you, to be close to you. And as a parent, if you're trying to get something done, it may feel like they're, at your leg, at your heels, like, wanting your attention today. And if so, I feel like this message is, be the mom, give them that love and comfort, because they really do need it right now. So, and I just feel like it's as I look at that card, that there is an infusion of loving, comforting energy coming through from, the Blessed Mother, to all of us. And those of us who are spiritual seekers tend to think of ourselves as, and it doesn't matter what religion you're from, but we think of ourselves as God's children, and the children of the Divine Mother. And that love, that comfort, that motherly love is being sent out to all of us, that comfort. So it's like the hand is sort of reaching through the veil, and our love and our ability to extend that to others today. Because when disasters strike and people are left without homes or places to go, I think it's natural within us all, to reach out a hand to, in comfort or in kindness and compassion to those around us who, either are suffering or who are going through a difficult time, or, like I said, in these times of crisis. It's very natural to us. It doesn't matter what the crisis is, whether it's a natural one, like, what we're potentially facing right now, or, some other kind of disruption in someone's life. That is the mother energy that is coming through us in that. And I, with this card showing up today, I feel like that presence, that natural ability within us is very strong today in reaching out to extend that comfort or that that help to somebody else. So those are the messages that I get for today. And it's good for people to know that as we come into times like these, even though there are times when it will seem a bit scary, but the beauty of it is that many of us will realize, many people will rise to acts of gallantry and really extending their hands to help others in need. And it will remind us of the oneness and the community that we do all have with each other. That humanity is not entirely callous and cold and greedy. It really does extend its hand in friendship and kindness to other people. So have faith and trust in that and focus upon it so that it grows. Okay, we're all here during this time for a reason, and to shine our light. Whether you consider yourself a light worker or not, we're all here to shine that light for ourselves and to others. So anyways, that is our messages for today. I hope you have a lovely Sunday. Stay safe wherever you are, and I look forward to hopefully speaking with you again very soon. Take care, everyone.